Very good morning to everyone. As part of continuous improvement in learning software design technique using C#, we are going to reach a next step today. In that, what we have done till now is we have create a lightweight application which accept the invoice entries, and then it create a bill right now. That's how it is. But creating bill in software will not uh, is not complete. Then we have to print at the end of the day. We have to print that bill, and I have to give a hard copy to the customer. Right now, we are going to learn how to do printing in C# application. That is today's agenda. For that, I have a button here called printing. By clicking this button, I am going to do a printing activity right now. In order to do print, we have at least either we have to have a print dialog or preview dialog. So in my case, I want to see the preview before I printing, so that I brought a print preview dialog toolbox. How to bring this toolbox? Let me explain. I think if I delete, let me delete that. Maybe the application may collapse. Let us check. How to bring these dialogs? For that, you just come here and click print preview dialog. Right, drag it and drop it. Interesting. Right, then we have to have a print document dialog as well. These two things are needed in order to do a printing right now. So we have a button, we have necessary toolboxes. Now we have to make a link. We have to connect the dots in order to do a printing, right? So for that, let me just click here. By double clicking here, this button, it will come here. So here, what we have to declare is we have to declare a print preview dialog objects, and then we have to show the dialog. For that, print preview dialog, I call that as PPD is equivalent to new print preview dialog right now. So after that, it is a time for us to show that. No. When we do showing the print preview dialog, what document that we are going to display, that we have to configure. For that, ppd dot document, right? So the document that we have, document 1, I believe, print document 1, right? That is a document in which we are going to print, right? After doing it, we have to show ppd dot show dialog, right? So this is the step for printing. So let us first check whether this is working. So when I hit this button, I see an empty document. So it's doing the job, right? When I hit this print, it will print. But the thing is, this is very simple. Like it is very empty. We have to print the content of our bill to it, right? So for that, what we have to do is, for that, let me first just close this and then come back here and stop application. Right. So when we call the dialog, automatically it used to call this print document object. So we have to associate an event when the print preview dialog is called. We have to do the activities which is related to printing. For that, let me click here. You will get a event handler like this. For that, I have created a event handler. This event handler will print that one, right? So how to print that? To print in that document, we have a handler right here, the printing dot print page event args.e. So I can get that e dot graphics dot draw string, e dot graphics dot draw string. So we are going to print a string now, which is nothing but we are going to print a title invoice, then new system new system dot drawing dot font, then we have to say the font name, which is in our case Courier, then font sizes we are going to use some 18, and then font style is regular, style dot regular, right? Then after doing it, we have a command. So here we have to brushes, we have to choose the brushes dot black. We are going to use a black brush, then new point of some 200 comma 10, right? So at this point we are going to print a header. So now we have to see a header when we call the print dialog. Let me check that. Yes, I am getting, I believe. Right, we are getting no. We get the invoice. But thing is, it's okay because we are going to have very minimal entries here. So we can adjust this one later. So after doing it, we have to print the header for the bill, which is nothing but serial number, item name, rate, quantity, amount. Then we have to include all the entries here. Finally, we have to find the total of that one. So for that, what I am doing initially, so while doing the printing, we can make some sort of variables. Those are needed while printing. Those are like int x, which represent your x coordinates. So as of now, by default, we can have some 10 and int indent some 10. After that, int y is equal to 10. Can even say indent top, something like that. Top indent. You can copy paste that for left. Right. Then we have y. After y, we should also have a line gap. Then so we have x, y, line gap, everything. And then we also need a rider to navigate across the records. Right, then after doing it, every time when you do, we can just update the y, and even put a y here, y plus equal to 20, and then we can print like table lines, like header lines. So just use, right. So, but okay, but this is not x is x plus indent, maybe left indent, right? Y plus top indent, right now. So we are doing the same. After doing it, we have to print these headers, field names. So just copy that, and before printing it, y plus equal to 10, then paste it. But here the font size is not 18, it is just 12. Right. This can be bold. Serial number /t, then item name t, then qty/t, rate, rate, right. After doing it, again, we have to increase y by 10. Right. Save that. Right. So we have serial number item, but only thing that we have the issue is it is not extended further. We can extend it. Right. After doing that, it is time for us to print. What we are going to print? We are going to print from the table that we have. So go here for rider equal to 0, rider less than dt dot rows dot count, rider plus plus. Then we have right. So here after we have to print those things, right? For that we call something called as record, string record. then record equal to, we are adding like dt dot rows rider, then maybe dot toString dot, okay, this is like then dot pad left some two comma pad character is this one, right? Then plus slash t plus dt dot rows dot, right? So it is item name. It is not pad left, it is pad right. 15 character, the maximum length. Right, then after doing it, a plus slash slash t. Rate. UPY plus right. Then you have to draw that string. Right. So, but what we are printing here is just a record, right? Then every time when we print that, we should increment the line gap by 10. Right. After doing it at the end, we have to put in another line. Right. Right, then let us check now. So milk 45, 23, oil 6, so it done. We are done with. Now I am printing. So when we print, we get all these details, but we have some issue in that. Let me check what is that issue. So they are overlapping. The line gap is not sufficient right now. So we can increase the line gap now, right? For that, I just go and maybe we are 12, no? Right, so we can do so 20. So now for doing it, we also have to calculate the total, no? We have to print the total, right? So for that, let me copy this. Total. Total, it is like we have to print that at the point, maybe at the left indent. Plus we have to put that here we have to print. Maybe we can put that 158 in hard coded. Let us see what happens, then we will correct that. After doing it, we also should have compute total function. When we call that, it will compute the latest total to us. Right now. So let me save it, stop it, and then rerun that. So now I am adding milk 45, quantities are some 62. So 15 is a price, quantity is 63, and then oil, FI, only 6 packs. Right, now it is time to print. Right, so we have a total, but the total is in a bigger font that is not expected. We can reduce the size. Also, the total value is also little bit high, 13,515. No, that the total that we compute in our application. Yes, 13,515. But problem with this one is like it is not, the font is very big, so we can change the font size to again 12. Right. So I think that will solve the issue, but moving, we have 150 only, no? So we can see that another 250 and we can include. So let me stop and run it. Right. So we have things now. It is time to print. So I think there is a issue still. Maybe in the Y or in the Y axis, right? Further, we can shift that to some more, that is Y wise, we are not up to the mark. We can say right now, yes, here we have an issue. Y plus equal to 10. No, it will work, I believe. X, Y, we can add some more things. Maybe we can add another 50 so that it becomes 300. Right, so now it is time to print that. So still we have some more issue. For that, what we can do, I think the Y is not of the market. Total, it is 20. Right, we have the total now. The invoice is ready. Right. The next thing that one is that we have to do is when we create some invoice, we print the date and shop name, those things. The date is very much important and because that is needed, right? So for that, I'm going to add some more thing. After invoice heading, I'm going to do that. We have here, we're going to print date, colon, and day plus date time dot today dd will not right now. Right. So after doing this, today, date and time, no to string. Right. So we have date, but where to print the date? Printing date should be done at top. Uh, we have to do that at the indent, left indent, but y plus equal to 20. Yeah, we have after printing invoice with 20 gap. Okay, here we are printing dates. Right. After doing it, we also have to type the place. Y plus equal to into 10. Then you can print place. Is nothing but we can, as of now, we can just put. I don't think we need date. We need place. I think we can remove that. But we have to print the shop name. So we call the shop name as, I think it should be in the same thing, but problem here is left justified. So we use that like crescent. Say Kudus. So right. Can be in all in capital. Right. But thing is, it should be bold enough. Date can be 12, but this should be bold enough up to 32. It can go. Right. And left indent plus maybe some 200. We hard code that, later we'll correct it. Right. So, but why there is no change as far as this one is concerned? And after printing that, we can have y plus equal to 30 because it need a gap. Right. So just, okay, sorry. Stop that, save it, and then run it. Milk, 45 rupees, 63. And soap, 25 rupees. 25. Oil. 225. If only 5. Then I'm printing. Right. There are still, as far as this printing screen adjustment, no, it is like a trial and error method. So, right, 22/5, the date is coming properly. And Al-Qud store is very big. That is the issue now that we have. So we can reduce the size to from 32 to only 20. I think we have to see that as a bold, no? But I think it's bold. Let's have this different color, blue, or brown. Right. Forty-five. Oil, 6 packs. So 41 packs. Right. So the things are ready now. So only the element issue that we have now. So for that, I can make. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring it in this space so that it will be helpful to everyone. Right. So only by reducing y equal to y plus equal to 10. And 50 is enough. It's 45. There's something, some more issue we have. Oh, it's colliding with. We reduce the. So top indent is not. Left indent plus 150 we are doing, right? Indent plus 120, but I don't think we have to decrease that further. Some another 10. You, this is okay, I believe. This is some. Right. I think this may solve some problem now. Interesting. Many equalize. So we printed invoice. After printing invoice, right. So I believe you are done. So this is how we can create a bill in if you have a bill size of, if you set the paper size to this, automatically this will be printed in a small slip. You can give the bill to the customer. Now, with this, we have created a lightweight application. The customer doesn't maintain any stock database or something like that, but he will simply type and print his bill. For that, this will be very much useful. So this is like a first step towards creating a complex building application right now. Okay, team, I want to stop today with this. Let me come up with more details on this in upcoming session. Thank you. Thank you for watching.